guys, today I am doing my November TBR. First of all, can we just talk? Oh my god, I'm so excited. Can we talk about this new-ish background? Obviously, this shelf was there before, but this is... the shelf itself is not new. You might remember that before the shelf was there on this side, and so I just rearranged stuff, and then I had this kind of newish filming location, and now I've rearranged stuff again because it's a stupid story, but I finally got a shoe rack, and I had to, before I had to put shoes on this shelf, and then I just had all kinds of other stuff on here, and now I have a shoe rack, so I can use this shelf for putting my books on there. I just did some general rearranging, on the shelf and in my room, and now I have so much more space for books, which is really, really exciting. And I'm just so happy that my background is now full of books. I'm gonna try and not stare at it the whole time. I'm scared of the next time my parents visit me though, because they will be like, what the fuck? Where do all these books come from? But anyway, I just kind of wanted to quickly talk about this. You will see a few videos where I still have my old background because I have some pre-filmed videos like a tag, another video, and Top 5 Wednesday is generally something that I kind of film in a bulk for the whole month. So these are pre-filmed, but just kind of wanted to talk about this. Anyway, today I am doing my November TBR. As always, sometimes I like to do TBRs if I have a good plan of what I want to read. It's always just kind of good to hold myself accountable of actually what I wanted to read, because otherwise often I forget and just pick up random things. And this month I definitely have kind of an ambitious TBR, but I've been in a good reading mood lately, so I think there is a possibility, and some of these are books that I can get through quickly, so I'm just gonna tell you what I plan to read in November, and then at the end of the month we'll see what I actually managed to read. So first off, I want to finish Ever the Hunted by Aaron Summerall. I still don't have any idea how to pronounce the name. Anyway, this is a NetGalley copy. I'm so excited. This book is gonna be released at the end of December, and I'm already reading it. It is one of my most anticipated reads of this year. I am already like 50% into it, something like that, I don't really remember. And I am definitely liking it so far. It does remind me of the Graceling Realm trilogy, which was kind of what I was hoping for, because it has a kind of very simple story and a very clear line of where it's going, but also has just some kind of magic in it, and I'm just really enjoying the simplicity of the story, but still being in a kind of fantasy world that is very historically inspired. I'm really enjoying it so far. Also this month I want to read Pauline and Friend by Rachel B. Gleiser. I have talked about this many times. I have started it, but I'm 9 pages into it, so it's not like I've already read much of it. Funnily enough, I already in the first few pages realized that it is a lot more mature than I thought it would, which I'm definitely liking. It is a really short book, so I should definitely get through it in November if I feel in the mood for it. Then I have a new release that I'm really excited about, and that is Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jake Kristoff. This is obviously the second book in the Illuminae files, I want to say. Anyway, the second book in the Illuminae trilogy. I read Illuminae in September and really loved it, and so, I wanted to get my copy of Gemina as soon as possible. Since this is not a story told in just normal text, I know I can get through this a lot quicker than just a normal book. I'm really excited to see where this is going. I've heard mixed things about it. Not that I heard many bad things about it, but I just heard some people were like, I like this more than Illuminae, and some other people were like, I like this less than Illuminae. So I'm just really excited to see what I think about it, what I think about the new characters, because this is kind of more of a companion trilogy. I didn't have the hugest attachment to the characters in the first book, so I feel like I will not have a problem with getting used to these new characters, because I just don't feel like, oh, I'm missing these other two so much. I'm just really excited to get into it, and I kind of feel like I just want to, dive into it on a weekend and just finish it. I also have one book that I have been mentioning so many times. I'm so sorry, it is on my TBR again, but this time I shouldn't say this, but this time I really want to read it. And that is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I was actually a good 90 pages into this, but I just realized that I wasn't really in the mood for it, and I just had so many other things that I wanted to read. So I dropped it for a while and then picked it up again when I went to my parents. I don't know, but I started from the beginning because I realized I just never really understood what happened in these first 90 pages. So I did start it again and am now on page 40, and I feel like so far I'm liking it more than the first time I started it. I think because I understand more since I've already read it, but also because I just feel more in the mood for it. I am definitely thinking I will get to it this month. I want to get to it this month, especially now that the, second and final book in this duology is out. I feel like I should finally get to this. I also have a novella that I want to read this month, and that is The Chase by Virginia Baker. This is a novella that belongs to the Witch Hunter duology, which obviously I loved, and I've been wanting to read this novella for a really long time. It's been out for like 2 months and I haven't read it yet, whereas the other novella that was released before the Kingslayer even, I read like right when it was released. I remember I stayed up until midnight and I just read it through right after midnight. So I don't know what happened with The Chase and why I haven't read it yet, but I definitely want to read this one as well, and obviously since it's a novella I can get through it quickly. And one more goal I have for this month is to reread another book, and I have not yet decided what I want to reread. I'm not really sure. I definitely want to kind of try and see what I'm in the mood for, but I had some plans to reread a lot of books at the beginning of the year, which obviously it's fine that I didn't get to reread all of these, like rather read new books. But I am definitely thinking of rereading Bitter Blue by Christine Kishore just to finish my reread of the Graceling Realm trilogy. This is a long book. It has, I think, something about 500 pages, and since I already have Six of Crows and Illuminae, I am not really sure if I can get to this. This might just be too big for this month, but it would just be really great for me to finish this whole trilogy reread in this year, and then next year reread finally the archive, for example, which I've been wanting to do for a really long time as well. I mean, it's almost been 3 years since I've read these books, which anyway, I just kind of, want to read this when the other 2 books are still kind of fresh in my mind. When I read the books first, I loved this one the most. I did enjoy Fire as a character more, but just from the books, I definitely enjoyed this one most. And since I enjoyed Fire more when I reread it, even though I already loved that, and Graceling more when I reread it, even though I already loved that, I just don't even want to know what's gonna happen if I finally reread Bitter Blue. I think this was my favorite book of 2013. Oh my god, of 2013? Are you kidding me? That's so long ago. I don't know if that makes me feel proud that I have been loving the series for so long, and that I know this was the first series that I reviewed on my booktube channel. So that's kind of cool that I've been doing this thing for so long. But on the other hand, it's making me feel really old. So yeah, so this is everything that I hope to read in November. Let's just see how this goes. I kind of really feel confident with wanting to read these books. Like, I really feel in the mood to read all of these. This is not like a, I don't know, I kind of have to read it because the sequel is coming out soon. This is really something like, I don't even know where to begin with all of these books because I want to read every single one of these so bad. I guess that's a good sign. Let's hope I'm not getting myself in a reading slump because I want to read every single one of these so bad. Do you sometimes have that? Where you like want to read so many books so much that you just don't know what to start, and then you just slump because you're like, I don't know what to do. Anyway, let me know your plans for November. I definitely also want to read some more graphic novels, but I don't really plan that. That just kind of is something when I have a bit of time, I just kind of quickly, read one of these. Anyway, I hope that you will have a great reading month, and for most of the people, I'm just gonna say I hope you will have a great writing month, because I know many of my friends are participating in NaNoWriMo. So if you do, good luck, and most of all, a lot of fun to you, and thank you so much for watching. I guess I'll see you soon.